Tonight, we'll talk about goal setting and why SMART goals do not make sense. Yeah, we all been trained, write goals. Yeah, you need to have a goals. Yes, of course, you need to have a goals is like a target. Without goals, you are going to lose the track and you're going to be aimless. We all know that the importance of the goal setting. But goal setting has become a cliche. People know the importance of it, but people no longer believing in it. And also there's too much information about this and people stop doing it, especially after New Year's resolution. We know that every January, people will write down a laundry list of goals. And then right around, July 26th, most people gave up. And we're going to examine why traditional goal setting, like the SMART method, no longer work. Traditional way of goal setting, aka SMART, SMART. What does that mean? We know that an acronym that you can use to guide your goal setting. It's actually very old. Like we all know that Peter Drucker probably pointed this out in even back in the 50s. It works for corporations. It works for some old school managers, but S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A means actionable, R is realistic, and T is time bound. And we all know that. Oh yeah, if you want to set a goal, you have to be specific. Oh, what exactly you want to achieve, and it also has to be measurable, right? And those things, have to have a matrix or a KPI to track them. And also it needs to lay out the plans to do it and in order to, be actionable, and also has to be realistic and time bound. This is now a cliche, I believe. I don't think SMART goal system is working anymore. Here's my argument. James Clear, in his famous book, Robin just recently did a book report about his famous book, The Atomic Habit. Many people think they lack motivation when what they really lack is clarity. SMART goal, a SMART system, however, it is very smart, so to speak, it actually lacks a lot of clarity in terms of action. Specific is like a simple, sensible, significant, and measurable, meaningful, motivating, achievable, agreed, attainable, reasonable, realistic, and resource and results based and time bound. We all know that, okay, we all make goals. Like, for example, yeah, I want to lose 20 pounds in the year 2022, right? Or I want to make this amount of money, or I want to be this position by specific date. And those are SMART goals are arguing or proposing. There's a big fallacy. It comes with good intention, yet there's a big gap of reality that leads to frustration, because if you write your goals with this system, it is almost doomed to fail. A lot of people actually no longer believe in this system. Problem is, we're mixing the outcome goal with the process goal. They are two different procedures and two different process. SMART goal. This is the SMART goal formula, right? I want to become a CEO by 2025. It is very specific. It is very measurable, and it's very actionable or somewhat, right? And relatable and time bound. Or I want to make a $1 million by doing real estate by 2025. Or this is very common if you're a Chinese background. We all know that some people, almost everybody, wanted to set a goal like this. I want to go to PKU or Tsinghua University or the 985 by the third year of my high school and score top 0.5% in college entrance exam. Is it specific? Yes, it is specific. Is it measurable? Yes, it is measurable. Is it actionable? Perhaps. And time bound? Yes, third year. However, those are just outcome. And we need to use outcome goal aligned with process goals. Outcome is become CEO in X amount of years or X years. This is the outcome that you're aiming. You can use this as a goal, but it actually needs other components as well. Now we're going to talk about Maslow's need of hierarchy. We probably already familiar with Maslow's hierarchy, but here's a refresher. Maslow said there's 5 layers of human needs. The basic needs is a physiological needs. Like we all need air, we need water, we need food, shelter, and all that. Those are physical needs. And then we also need safety. We want to have a safety needs. We need a place to feel secure, and we also need a job to feel secure. And also we need some resources. And of course, we need healthy life. That's why we buy houses to have own a property and all that. And above that is love and belonging. We all want to feel the friendship. We all need the intimacy. We need family. We need the sense of connection with other people, with our family members. But higher than that, that is the respect, especially self-respect and self-esteem, some kind of status or recognition, freedom, and strength that you are longing for. That is the esteem. That is above the love and belonging. The highest is actually the desire to become the most that one can be. And that is like we are pretty much like our whole journey from the very bottom to the top. And in our life, we are looking or we're pursuing all those needs some way or another. Sometimes we're looking for the physiological needs. Sometimes we're looking for esteem needs. Sometimes we're looking for self-actualization. Even if we realize the self-actualization, still we're looking for love and belonging. It is either or all inconclusive. So when we are making the goals, it is a very good way we are going to look at the hierarchy. Okay, why I set this goal. For example, if you want to be a CEO, right? If you set a CEO is my goal for the next 3 years or 4 years, then this is the why part, the physiological needs. It provides better living conditions for the family. Of course, if you're a CEO, your salary will be higher, you get better pay and all that. And safety needs, it provides employment for me and my employees. It provides the resources for safe place and healthcare coverage. Of course, when you are CEO, your health insurance are second to none, and it's much better. And love, better conditions for the family to bond. You can afford a better house. You can invite more people to come into and living in your house, and you can send children to the better school and having better vacations, having more free time, etc. And esteem. If you set this goal, okay, I feel like, oh, I have more self-respect for myself, or I have more recognition when they are introducing me. Oh, okay, this so and so is a CEO of this global Fortune 500. Obviously, will have status, and you have such certain level of freedom. And self-actualization is a very basic need that prove that you can become the most you can achieve, and you can also show others what you can achieve. According to Maslow's need hierarchy, this is a basic analysis, motive why we set those goals. Oh, I want a bigger house, or I want to become this title in company, or I want to make this much money. In essence, it's all those needs. But we want to make sure that those needs are not ego-driven, meaning they're not from the need of superiority. If we set this goal, oh, I want to become a CEO so I can be better than majority of the people, then that's ego-driven. Or so I can be better than my classmates back home, or I can be better than my brother, or I can be better than my sister. That's an ego-driven need. And also, it's better not from the need of winning. Sometimes we set the goals, oh, I set this goal because I want to win. I'm afraid of losing. And also not the need of justification. I'll elaborate in the next slide. Superiority, I need to be better than so-and-so. Or my house need to be bigger than so-and-so's house. Or my car has to be better than so-and-so's car. So I have to be this position so I can make more money that I can beat him in this area. That's out of a superiority. And winning, I must win over so-and-so in what area. So I have to win, and losing is not an option. A lot of people, when they set goals, this is the motive. I mean, obviously, it's not ideal. I wouldn't say it's not bad. It's not good. I'm just saying it's not ideal. And justification, this is just like we said last week. It's a virus. A is supposed to be B, but this is totally subjective. We do not know, because if we feel like something is supposed to be like something is an adjective, then we're going to be always judging ourselves, judging others, and trying to justify the situation. Oh, I'm 35 now. I'm supposed to be in this position, but I'm not. Okay, so I'm depressed. Oh, I am 40 years old. I'm supposed to be blah, blah, blah. So that's why, my son is supposed to go to Ivy League, but he's not. So, and that's justification. That gave us endless burden to really enjoy life. So instead of using the quote unquote smart goal, we could actually first we analyze our motives based on the needs, and then we will use the process. First step is we'll gather all the resources and obstacles I need to conquer. Gather all the resources, like wage the war by Sun Tzu, the art of war. Consider that as your enemy, then wage war, you need to gather all the resources and you need to categorize the action and you need to prioritize. Because if you are going to work on so many things, then you do not have focus. If you do not have focus, then you're not going to achieve anything. And this is actually very simple because we actually subconsciously do it all day long. But we just, in terms of writing our goals, in terms of achieving, we sometimes forget. So resources like money, time, energy, human resources, and all that, we need to wage and process step by step. For example, it's going to be 2022, and we are going to set 1 to 3 major wars a year. Wars meaning your major task. If you said, okay, I have a 22 wars to fight, then that's too much. But 1 or 2 should be enough, maybe 3 maximum. And under the wars, there's major campaigns. You can use it as a portfolio. Major campaigns per quarter and under each war. And under each portfolio, there could be 1 or 3 major projects per 6 weeks. So you are designing on your planner, you are set it under each campaign every 6 weeks, what you're going to do. And under the campaign, actually, there's a battle. Imagine we're going to fight World War II. And under World War II, there's a European campaign, there's a Pacific campaign. Under the Pacific, there's several like Chinese and Philippine. There's also Pacific Islands. And a major battle. A battle could be a list, a combo of task lists per week under each project. So every week, we're looking at our calendar. We just need to finish those tasks. This is what the to-do list come in handy. With this, with a big picture in our brain, we know, okay, now it makes a whole lot of sense to list the tasks that I need to finish. I need the to-do list. And then you only need to finish 1 to 3 major tasks per day under each task list. And maybe there's a little subtask per task under each task, but still our focus will be very simple. Once we have the bird's eye view of the war, the campaign, the projects, the battle, and the tasks, all I need to do just today, I just need to finish 3 tasks. And under these 3 tasks, there's maybe 1 or 2 subtasks. If I finish them, check, I'm done. And tomorrow, do the same. Next day, I'm done. By the end of the week, we have actually accomplished a lot. Yeah, that's why in the beginning of the month, we wanted to have a vision. Then we need to know what to focus on, what to do, what is the project, what is the battle, what is the task, what exactly is the war you want to win, what exactly are the campaigns under this war. And there's a very good picture. When we're jogging between tasks, we're feeling very busy. We actually still wanted to think our task like this. The war, campaign, or portfolio, projects, and milestones or task lists or task or subtext. And then we can definitely use a lot of good project management software like Trello or like Monday.com or like Asana work. We can use them, and we can also use those tools for our daily lives. That way we can balance our things, and especially we can use the board view. We can say, okay, now I have this several projects going on, and under this project I have a host of task lists. But today, this week, I just need to tackle this part of task. And this week is finished. I'm all done and move on to the next week. So imagine outcome is the dish you want to eat. Actually, we are already doing this every single day. Imagine outcome is the dish you want to eat. Let's just say, okay, tonight let's eat Italian. Let's go to this Chinese restaurants to eat this hot pot, right? Sichuan hot pot. And that is the outcome. You have very specific goal. Okay, I want this Sichuan hot pot. And it's an emotional charge. Oh, when I have that hot pot, all this, flavor, all this temperature, all this texture, you can visualize that is your outcome. But the process is the way to get to the dish. You have several ways to do it. Number one, you have to make it on your own. Then, of course, now we are going to gather the recipe and the materials. If we have the materials in our fridge, then that's fine. If we don't, you have to go somewhere to get it. And then we will cook by steps. First, you have to boil the water, and then you just put the soup base, and then you add materials in there, and then you can serve. That is how you are going to get the dish. If I said the dish tonight, I want to eat this Sichuan hot pot. I said the outcome, but the process is through making it. This is the process. There's another way to do it is to go to a restaurant. Your first step is to figure out which one to go. And then once you know that specific one in Flushing or whether in Cupertino or whether in Miami, and you will figure out that particular one, Sichuan Garden, I want their hot pot. And then I'll figure out which route to take. Is it I'm taking interstate, I'm taking the local routes, or I'm taking the US highway or whatnot. And then follow the step. When you arrive there, you're going to order and enjoy. This is another way of doing it. And a third way, of course, is to order to go, right? We all know that if you want to do this route, you have to find the restaurant's website, find their phone, call or place the order, and drive to the restaurant and pick it up and eat and enjoy. This is another way to do it. So this is a process. Or you could order delivery, order via phone or app, pay, wait, and tip and enjoy. With the same outcome, you have several different processes to finish it. But those process, we all do it subconsciously. We all do it every single day, which food we eat, and then we're going to figure it out. We're going to do it. That's the same thing. Our goals must come with outcome and process, not just a smart, specific, and measurable. Outcome must be specific, visualized, and emotional charged without attachment. Meaning when you want to set this goal, you want to do this, you want to reach this outcome, you have to visualize it and have faith. Jim Rohn once said, faith is believing it's already done without seeing it. Just like you, when you're cooking this hot pot, in about 10, 15 minutes, you'll have this hot pot ready. You don't have to see it right now. It's just a pot of clear water, nothing in there. But by faith, in about 10 minutes, you have that. And it's emotional charged, and you do not have any attachment. Once you are following it, you do not asphyxiate with the results. And the process also has to be very specific and consistent and simplistic. What do I do right now? Right now, I just need to cut onions. Right now, I just need to get the scallion. Right now, I just need to get some garlic. Any given moment, you just need to focus on one specific, simple task. Again, you're looking at smart. This doesn't make any sense, or at least not going to work all the way. I figured out in the past, I follow a lot of entrepreneurs that they said, oh, you need to write your goals every day. You need to write your goals. But most people just teaching you write a lot of bold goals, 10x your goals and all that. But I realized if you just write down the outcome goals without specific process and specific task, every single day you're going to finish those tasks, those things are not going to accomplish. There's a very good book I would like to recommend. It's by Kazuo Inamori. His Chinese name is Taosheng Hefu. He used to be the CEO of Kyocera. It's one of the biggest company and largest company in Japan. And he is a management guru in the world. And his book is very popular in America and also in China. There's a book called A Compass to Fulfillment. I highly recommend. His magic was when he was 27 years old, he joined this ceramic company, and that company was failing. And he pretty much had no choice. He was very depressed at the time. He didn't want to work there. He had no choice, but he made one decision. Okay, I will suck it up and just work here. And then he figured out several philosophies along the way, and he turned that company into a Fortune 500. And also he created another company. It's one of the largest communication company in Japan also. It's called KDDI. And when he was in his late 60s or early 70s, Japan Airlines was failing. And the Japanese government invited him to be the consul and to be the CEO of this company. And again, he did the magic and turned that company around, and that company became profitable. So he has a lot of books out there, and this one is highly recommended. So I know today is a topic that pretty much everybody know or are familiar with, and we actually practice on a daily basis. But still, we wanted to talk about a little bit more, and we like to share this among all of you.